Hello everyone. Hello my dear BSed English students. Okay, so we're here for the second part of our discussion on semantics. And we will focus on lexical relationships. So last time, bilang pagpabalik tanaw, ay diniscuss natin ang mga topics na related sa semantic roles and componential analysis, wherein we had given the definition of semantics dealing with how the meaning is communicated through language and the proper usage of words. So, on my discussion, I have told you that hindi porke tama ang grammar ng isang statement ay ito ay semantically correct. So, what do you mean by that? When you say semantically correct, dapat yung kahulugan nung sentence ay nauunawaan pa rin, or the meaning being conveyed is correctly given. So, marami, just like this one. Socrates arrived tomorrow. The grammatical construction is correct, but the problem is semantically the meaning is not correct. Another example that I had given last meeting, the hamburger ate the boy, and supposedly the boy is the one to eat the hamburger. So yun po yung usage natin, why we have to study semantics. And I also gave you componential analysis, wherein we can create table to form the meaning, alin ang present sa isang definition, alin ang hindi present. So, present represents positive and negative symbol for not present or not a characteristic. Then I had discussed to you the semantic roles, specifically the agent, the experiencer, the theme, instrument, goal, source, location, and benefactive. So, we have the definition, the examples, and the exercises wherein the following had been applied. Ngayon naman ay ating ipagpapatuloy on the second part of this discussion on semantic relationships. So, I know you are familiar with the following terms, pero hindi nyo pala alam na bahagi na siya ng semantic relationships, specifically the lexical relationships. So, ito yung mga lexical relationships that you have the idea already, but you don't know that it is still part of semantics. So, ano ba ang definition natin ng synonymy, antonymy, hyponymy, homophony, homonymy, polysemy, and metonymy? So, familiar sa inyo yung ilang terminologies as well as the examples that they have. Pero hindi natin alam na may function pala ang bawat isa for us to understand the meaning of a certain statement. So, para mabigyan tayo ng linaw, here are the list. At isa-isahin po natin. We have synonyms. A synonym is a word, morpheme, or phrase that means exactly or nearly the same as another word, morpheme, or phrase in a given language. So, yes, on a easier sense, alam natin na ang synonym ay salitang magkakasing kahulugan. When you say synonyms, same meaning. So, I have here my example. In the English language, the word begin, start, commence, and initiate are all synonyms of one another. So, they are called synonymous if they have the same meaning. So, yun. And I have lifted, hinighlight ko ng kulay green yung mga example words natin para mas madali natin siyang makita later. So, yan po yung mga examples ng synonyms or mga magkakasing kahulugan. So, meron pa tayong additional example. The standard test for synonymy is, paano ba natin malalaman kung magkakasing kahulugan ng mga salita? The process is called substitution. One form can be replaced by another in a sentence without changing its meaning. So, kapag pinalitan natin yung salita from one word to another, tapos hindi na bago yung kahulugan, that's called substitution. And even though different words na siya, same pa rin yung kahulugan, it's synonymous. So I will give more examples para ma-explain. Words are considered synonymous in only one particular sense. So dito mayroon tayong some exemptions to the rule. The word long and extended in the context. Okay, long time or extended time are synonymous. Tama ba? Long time, extended time, synonymous sila. Pero hindi mo pwedeng gamitin yung salitang long para sa definition ng family. Kasi you know that long means mahaba. But here, extended is just the appropriate word for the family. You cannot say long family but extended family. Even though kanina synonymous siya, long time, extended time, kahit pag replace mo yung word na long and extended para i-describe yung time, hindi na bago yung meaning. So synonymous siya. But then when we will describe the family, you cannot say long family. You say extended family. So nakita niyo yung definition, dapat when you look for it, when you substitute, you also check the context. Applicable ba yung word to describe the word being or yung word na idudugsong natin. So yan po yung mga synonymous words or synonyms. So I know you have lots of words na alam when we talk about synonyms. So you can use the chat box para ma-type yung mga words na alam nyo na synonyms or magkakasing kahulugan. Dito naman tayo sa antonyms, another basic example of lexical relationship. So, opposites are words lying in an inherently incompatible binary relationship. So, ito naman po ay kabaliktaran ng synonymous or ng synonyms. Ito po ay antonymous, yung descriptive word, at antonyms yung tawag, pag opposite yung meaning. For example, something that is long entails that is not short. Tama ba? It is referred to as binary relationship because there are two members in a set of opposites. The relationship between opposite is known as the opposition. A member of a pair of opposites can generally be determined by the question, what is the opposite of X? So what is the synonyms? We know that the synonyms of long is extended, right? But what is the kabaliktaran of long? Then the word is short. So it means hahanapin natin yung opposite. May iba't ibang uri ng antonyms. The term antonym is commonly taken to be synonymous with opposite, as what I am trying to explain a while ago. But antonym has other more restricted meanings. So may mga iba't ibang uri tayo ng antonyms na we can use in our vocabulary development. First, graded or gradable antonyms. These are words or pairs whose meanings are opposite and which lie on a continuous spectrum. Talagang opposite, baliktaran or kabilaan. If the item is hot, the opposite is cold, right? So graded siya. Then we have complementary antonyms, second type, are word pairs whose meaning are opposite but whose meanings do not lie on continuous spectrum. So paano siya? Example natin. Push. Ano kabaliktaran ng push? Pull. So, bakit siya nagkaiba sa graded? Kasi dun sa graded, parang there's a leveling. Katulad nito, hot. So, what's the opposite level of hot? Cold. Dito naman sa isa, opposite but meaning do not lie on continuous spectrum. Pag pinush mo siya, of course, it's the action, push. Of course, the opposite of push is pull. So, parang wala siyang grade. Wala siyang leveling. Then, let's have the third, relational antonyms, are words or pairs which where opposite makes sense only in the context of the relationship between the two meanings. So, ano ba ang opposite ng teacher? You know that a teacher is the one who teach. Pero sino yung tinuturuan? What is the relationship of the teacher to the tinuturuan? You know that the tinuturuan is the pupil. Therefore, you show the relationship. Kung ikaw ay teacher, what is the opposite of the teacher? Yung tinuturuan or the pupil. So therefore, Teacher is to pupil. Relational antonym. So, you look on the relationship. Specifically, applicable siya sa mga individuals or types of people. Let's have the auto-antonym. A word that can have opposite meanings in different contexts or under separate definitions. So, dito, the word cleave means to split. Pwede rin to adhere. So, di ba, opposite yung meaning niya. Pwedeng in a positive way, pwedeng in a negative way. So, itong auto-antony mamaya, magbibigay pa ako ng additional examples. Yan. I have listed here more examples for us to better understand the types of antonyms. You can use your notes or you can jot down para makapag-isip din kayo ng mga antonyms pa following the gradable, complements, or relational in the auto-antonyms. Okay, so sa gradable, of course, heavy is to light. Fat is to skinny. Dark is to light. Young is to old. Early is to late. Empty is to full. Dull is to interesting. Kayo ba may alam pang examples ng gradable antonym? So, pakisulat sa ating message box. So, I could also track your participation in our recorded discussion. Then, we also have complementary antonyms. More examples pa po. Mortal, immortal. Exit, entrance. Exhale, inhale. Occupied, vacant. At sub-relational antonym. So, maglagay lang kayo ng mga examples sa ating message box para mabasa din ng inyong mga kapwa BSED English students and other students. So, they could also formulate or have their own examples or para lumawak pa ang kanilang kaalaman when it comes to antonymy. So, sa relational antonyms naman, yes, di ba sinabi ko kanina, mostly applicable for individuals or group of, or type of people. Tulad nito. Husband is to wife, doctor is to patient, predator is to prey, teach is to learn, servant is to master, come is to go, parent is to child. So, yun, those are examples of relational antonyms. Pero itong isa, come is to go, parang more of papasok siya sa ibang uri ng antonym. Tama ba? Parang pwede rin siya sa complementary. Okay, tama. So, teach is to learn also. Pwedeng teacher, learner, siguro, para maging relational siya. Then we have auto-antonyms and join. Yung definition niya, parang opposite. Tama ba? Yung definition ng enjoin, pwedeng to prohibit, pero yung isa, to order. So, if you would see the connection, magkasing kabaliktaran or magkasing iba, tama ba? Yung isang definition ay prohibit, yung isa ay to command or to order, to issue. So, yun yung definition nila ang naging opposite to each other. Ito namang isa, fast, moving quickly, then fixed, firmly in place, di ba? Fasten your seatbelt. Fasten means to stay put or not to move. Pero itong isa, fast means moving quickly. So, isang salita na magka-opposite yung definition. So, medyo rare po siya when it comes to vocabulary, and having the knowledge for this one is a great help. Cleave means to split and to adhere. Opposite pa rin siya. Sanction means punishment, prohibition, then pwede siyang maging permission in other meaning. Stay means remain in a specific place, postpone, guide direction or movement. So, for example, you should stay in this room. Remain, di ba? The teacher stays moving or having that action. So, di ba, parang the opposite one. You move from one place to another. Yan. We're done with antonyms. Let's have hyponym and hypernym. Hyponymy and hypernymy are semantic relations between a term belonging to a set that is defined by another term and latter. So, ano pinagkaiba niya? A hyponym is a word or phrase whose semantic field is more specific than a hypernym. So, hypo, more specific. Hyper is medyo general pa yung term. In other words, the relationship of a subtype, hyponym, and the supertype or the umbrella term, blanket term, hypernym is shown here para mas maliwanagan po tayo. The semantic field of the hyponym is included within that of the hypernym. So, example natin dito, pigeon, crow, and eagle. So, yun po ay ang tinatawag natin na parang specific. When we say specific, siya yung subtype. Magbigay kayo ng example ng ibon, ng birds. So, yun po yung hyponym. Siya yung specific term. And then yung hypernym, siya yung blanket term or yung pinakang general na tawag. So, ibon po. Ang hypernym or bird is the hypernym of pigeon, crow, and eagle. So, sasabihin nyo anong uri ba ng ibon ang nabanggit. So, also applicable in others, halimbawa sa mga bulaklak. Tell the different varieties of flowers. So, yung varieties of flowers are hyponym and the hypernym are the flowers itself. However, it becomes more difficult. Bakit daw? With abstract words such as imagine, understand, and knowledge. While hyponyms are typically used to refer to nouns, it can also be used on the other parts of a speech. Like nouns, hypernyms in verbs are words that refer to a broad category of action. For example, verbs such as stare, gaze, view, and peer can also be considered as hyponyms of the verb look, which is their hypernym. So, paano mo titingnan ng isang tao? Can you stare? Can you gaze? Can you view? Can you peer? So, it depends. So, therefore, inuulit ko when you say hyponym, siya yung specific example. But when you say hypernym, siya yung umbrella term or the blanket term. Let's now proceed. Okay, let's now proceed. How about the homophones? I know you are really familiar with homophones as well. Homophones are words that have exactly the same sound. When you say same sound, parehas siya ng pronunciation or tulad siya ng pronunciation, but different meanings and usually spelling. So, ulitin natin, homophones, same sound from the word phone, which means sound. Homo means one. One sound or one pronunciation. Magkaiba ng kahulugan at ng spelling. Usually, homophones are in groups of two. So, our and our. So, alin dyan? Our means tayo, atin. Our means oras. But very occasionally, they can be in groups of three. So, example natin ng two, and two, or even four. So, marami pa daw pong mga salita ang pwedeng pumasok sa homophones. Tulad-tulad ng basa, magkakaiba ng kahulugan at ng spelling. So, ito na nga po yung example natin, two, and two. So, may mga naisip pa po ba kayo na homophones? You can use the chat box to give your examples. So, titingnan ko later kung sino ang mga active viewers natin sa ating mga estudyante ng BSEd. Introduction to Linguistics. So, ayan. Meron naman tayong homonyms. Ano ba yung homonyms? Let's give the definition. In linguistics, homonyms are words that are either homographs, words that have the same spelling regardless of pronunciation. From the word graph, how was it written? Graph means to write. Therefore, okay, parehas siya ng spelling. Pwede ring homophone, words that have the same pronunciation regardless of spelling or both. So, ibig sabihin, ang homonym ay pwedeng maging homograph at homophone. So, kanina binigay ko sa inyo ang definition ng homophone. Parehas ng pronunciation, magkaiba ng meaning at ng spelling. Ito namang homograph, parehas ng spelling pero maaaring tulad din ng pronunciation or iba ng pronunciation. Okay, so ito yung example natin. Ang homonym. So, general term po yun. Using this definition, the words row, propel with oars, row, a linear arrangement, and row, an argument, are homonyms because they are homographs. Alam niyo na ang homographs magkakatulad ng spelling. Though only the first two are homophones. So, row and row. Tulad ng basa. And then yung isa, row. Row pala siya. Kasi siya ay maaaring iba na yung pronunciation sa homograph. Pero depende rin nga po kasi sinasabi na ang homograph pwedeng magkatulad ng spelling, magkatulad ng pronunciation. So, ang pinaka-basis natin, the word graph means spelling. So, sa spelling talaga tayo titingin. So are the words sea, referring to vision, and sea, body of water, because they are homophones, though not homographs. Yun yung pinagkaiba ng mga examples natin. Diba yung isa ay sea and sea, sea which means vision, and sea which means body of water, siya ay homophone kasi tulad siya ng pronunciation. Pero hindi siya homograph kasi magkaiba siya ng spelling. So, kapag applicable yun, yan na nga po yung general term natin na homonyms. Okay. So, may mga examples pa akong binigay. In linguistics, homonyms are words that are either homographs or homophones. So, tingnan natin ulit. Similarly, a river bank, a savings bank, and a bank of switches in a bank shot in a game of pool share a common spelling and pronunciation but differ in meaning. So, ayan po. The words bow and bow are examples of two meanings associated with a single pronunciation. So, ito ay bow and bow. So, bow and bow. I will repeat. Bow and bow. Hindi siya bow. Kasi ang bow ay magbow ka. Pero ito daw ay bow and bow. Diba? Hindi natin malalaman agad yung pronunciation kapag hindi natin alam ang meaning. Kasi pwede naman talaga siyang i-pronounce na bow kapag yung act of showing respect, nagbabow. Pero paano mo malalaman na bow is a weapon and a bow is, ano ba ang bow? Is it a knot? So, tingnan natin. Two meanings with two different pronunciations. The knot and the knot and the act of bending at the waist. And two distinct meanings sharing the same sound but different spellings. Okay. Ayan. Bow, branch of a tree. Act of bending, bow. Yan, ating i-analyze. Ulitin natin yung definition. Yung isa ay bank. Alam nyo na it's a river, part of the river. Savings bank, bangko, lagay ng pera. A bank of switches, it's a group of something. And a bank shot. So, what is a bank in a game? So, yun. Iba-iba siya ng, iba-iba siya ng meaning. Tulad siya ng spelling and pronunciation. Dito naman sa ikalawa, magkaiba siya ng meaning, of course, at spelling. Tingnan natin kung magkatulad siya ng pronunciation. Is it a bow and a bow? Yung isa ay bow and bow. So, yun ang examples natin ng homonyms. Pwede siyang homograph, pwede siyang homophone. More examples pa, napakadami. In addition, it has several related but distinct meanings. A bent line is sometimes called a bowed line, reflecting its similarity to the weapon. Even according to the most restrictive definitions, various pairs of sounds and meanings of bow, and bow are homonyms, homographs, homophones, heteronyms, heterographs, capitonyms, and are polysemous. So, yun, special task ninyo class, hanapin ninyo sa dictionary ang pinagkaiba ng mga sumusunod na terms. Homophones, homographs, homophones, homonyms, heteronyms, heterographs, capitonyms, and polysemous. So, example pa natin. Di ba confusing yung how you can pronounce, you have the same spelling? Okay, but you know, it's different in meaning. A long stick with horsehair that is used to play certain string instruments such as violin is the first. B-O-W. Next, to bend forward at the waist in respect. Bow down. So, second B-O-W. Third, the front of the ship. Bow and stern. So, B-O-W, third B-O-W, a kind of tied ribbon. Example, bow in a present or a bow tie. So, fourth B-O-W, to bend outward at the sides. Bow-legged cowboy. So, ano siya? Fourth, fifth B-O-W. Then the sixth B-O-W is a district in London. And the last B-O-W in spelling, a weapon to shoot projectiles. Example, bow and arrow. So, that's the last B-O-W. How many B-O-W do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, imagine 7 words with different meanings and same spelling. So, we are not just sure paano ba? Nag-iba-iba ba siya ng pronunciation? Between a bow and a bow. Another example, a lime can refer to a fruit or a material. A mold can refer to a fungus or an industrial cast. The words there, and there are examples of 3 words that are of a singular pronunciation, have different spellings and vastly different meanings. These 3 words are commonly misused or alternatively misspelled. So you really have to know when to use the words there. There ay narito. There, kanila. And there, they are. So yun, minsan we alternatively misspell those words and use it in wrong statements or wrong choice of words. Example dito, the bow shot the arrow there, he said as he pointed. It was their bow and arrow, the mother said. They are not going to shoot the bow and arrow again after puncturing the tire on Daddy's car. Contraction of they are. The words metal and metal are polysemes and homophones but not homographs kasi iba ng pronunciation. Rather, iba ng iba ng spelling. So, when you tell na homographs siya. Let's have polysemy. Kanina pa natin to na encounter. Polysemy is the capacity for a sign, example, symbol, or a morpheme, a word or a phrase, to have multiple related meaning. So, dapat magkakasing related yung meaning niya. Marami siyang related na nakahulugan pa. For example, a word can have several word senses. Polysemy is distinct from monosemy, where a word has a single meaning. Poly means many and mono means one. Examples of polysemy in semantics. Take a look at the polysemy examples before and find one word that they all have in common. So class, after having these examples, pwede pa rin kayong magbigay ng mga examples ninyo ng polysemy and you just write on our message box. He has served in his prison. He has served his time in person. So, ini-highlight ko na dito kung ano yung word natin na mag-fall under polysemy. The free food is served to homeless people only. This old bike has served me well. The new mall will serve the community well. My mom served in the medical course. So, dito class, i-analyze natin. They have the same words, same spelling, pero tingnan ninyo yung function ng salita. He has served. The free food is served. The old bike has served. The new mall will serve. My mom served. So, paano siya naging polysemy? Okay. All 5 sentences use the same verb serve. Tama ba? So, it tells the action, which is serve. Although each sentence carries a different sense of served, all imply the same meaning of giving service. Tama ba? So, polysemy. Ang tawag many. So, lahat po siya ay verb. Ang meaning ay giving service. Example natin, he has served his time in prison. So, it means spend some time in prison. The free food is served for homeless people only. Serve means provide. This old bike has served me well. And serve means be useful. The new mall will serve the community well. Serve means provide, and my mom serves in the medical course. So, it means work as. Okay, so ito pala pronounce as score. So, sorry. It's like the drum and bugle corps. Iba nga pala yung corpse. Corpse means bangkay, yung may E sa dulo. So, tingnan ninyo yung function. They all function as verb. Tama ba? Which means to give service. That's why polysemy means many. I will repeat the definition. Okay, to have multiple related meanings. So, yung mga meaning nito, spend some time, provide, be useful, and work as are related meanings of giving service. Then, ito naman. Serve is then a very good example of polysemous word. So, tandaan nyo, when you were asked to give an example of polysemy, the word serve is the best example. Some other examples of polysemy include get, receive, bring, move, or travel. So, tandaan nyo po yung mga examples. Then for the noun, bank, a river, canal, a place to deposit money, a slope. And for an adjective naman, light colors, not heavy, not serious. So, yun, polysemy. Paano doon nagkaiba ang polysemy sa homonymy? Tignan natin. There are, however, some words that are both examples of polysemy and homonymy, such as date. Date is a noun, means a fruit, a particular day, and a romantic meeting. That's the first polysemy. Date. Tama nga naman. Pwede siyang prutas, pwede siyang araw, or petsa, or isang romantic meeting, a date. Sa ikalawang example natin, date is a verb. It means to write a particular day, to have a romantic meeting, polysemy too. I attended a date. I dated this man. So, di ba? I attended a date is a noun, and I dated this man is a verb. This means date is a noun and date verb are homonymous or homonyms. Tama ba? Okay. So, yung isa nga lang ay noun and verb. Marami pa tayong examples niyan. Yung iba naman, ibang pronunciation. Project, project. Present, present. So, yun. Ito naman tayo sa last, metonymy. It's a cognitive phenomenon, not just a figure of speech, which is considerable role in organization of meaning, semantics, utterance, production and interpretation, pragmatics, and even grammatical structure. Para siyang katulad din ng figure of speech nga, or actually, figure of speech siya, pero pwede rin siya sa semantics. Kasi we are looking for a particular something. Ayan yung mga example natin ng metonymy para mas maintindihan ninyo. Metonym, ang salitang crown, Ang ibig sabihin niya ay monarch, king, or queen. Example phrase, I swore allegiance to the crown. Hindi sinabing I swore allegiance to the monarch. Therefore, these are the words that we can use to replace an exact word which will resemble the meaning of it. Tama ba? Pag sinabi kasi natin na crown, it will represent the monarch. So, it means a representation of something. A smaller representation or specific representation of a big idea. So, that's the definition of metonymy. So, another example, suit. A business person. I'm going for a meeting with the suits from head office. Next, gun means assassin. In his new movie, Keanu Reeves plays the part of a hired gun. Parang assassin or killer. Dish, which means a meal. What's your favorite dish? Then we have Billie Eilish. Meaning Billie Eilish song, not just the singer, di ba? Have you heard the new Billie Eilish? Picasso. It refers to Picasso painting. I've got a Picasso hanging up in the living room. So don't get it literally. Hindi naman si Pablo Picasso yung hahang, kundi yung painting niya. So representation lang. Bread or dough represents money. I need a job so I can start making some bread or dough. Ride, which means car. My ride is parked outside. Cradle, which means birthplace or birth. From the cradle to the grave, the region is a cradle of civilization. Grave, which means death. From cradle to the grave. Heart, which means love. I gave my heart, or I gave you my heart. So I gave you my love. Heart means also passion, energy, or effort. I put my heart into my work. So those are examples of metonymy. Yung certain part ng isang salita ay kinuha to represent a general thing or idea. So, yun. Tapos meron ako ditong comparison ng ilan sa mga common types or semantic or lexical relationships. Tingnan nyo sa Venn diagram. Heterograph, different spelling and meaning. Example po natin ay 2, 2, and 2. Homonym, different meaning. Example, tire, which means fatigue. Tire, which means a car wheel. Heteronym, different sound and meaning. Example, desert, a desert, which means live in desert, an arid region. So, tingnan ninyo, alin yan ang may same pronunciation at same spelling. Sa homograph, same spelling, different meaning. Sa synonym, different pronunciation, about, pero magkatulad ng meaning. Dito naman sa, different spelling, gases. Homophone, same pronunciation, different meaning. So, kayo na po yung mag-analyze. Probably you can use a table at i-classify ninyo yung mga words. Alin ang papasok sa homographs, homonyms, homophones, heteronyms. So, napakadami, which I already mentioned a while ago. So, ating i-run through. Ibalik natin yung terminologies that you have to familiarize yourselves with. So, synonymy, antonymy, hyponymy, homophony, homonymy, polysemy, and metonymy. So, yun po. I had given you the definition, the examples, and now, I guess you are ready for exercises. As preparation na rin sa inyong final exam. Tama ba? So, using our chat box, i-type ang mga kasagutan sa ating tanong. So, I can also track if you are still engaged participating in our recorded discussion. Number 1, which of the following pairs of words are synonyms? A, story, tale. B, novel, poem. C, wood, and D, quickly, slowly. 5 counts. Okay, have you written your answers? The answer is letter A, story and tale. Number 2, homonyms are words that have identical or very similar meanings. Is it a true or a false statement? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's reveal the answer. Letter B, false. Number 3, find a synonym for the word right. A, correct. B, please. C, wrong. D, none of these. Alin po ang sagot? Write in our chat box. The answer is correct. Number 4, antonyms are words with opposite meanings. Is it a true or a false statement? 5 counts. Okay, have you written on the chat box or typed on the chat box? Yan, the answer is true. Let's have number 5. Synonyms are words with half meanings. Is it a true or a false? Let's reveal. The answer is false. Number 6. The word night is the blank of the word day. Is it homonym, synonym, antonym, or none of these? The answer is antonym, of course. Go is the antonym of this word. A, now. B, slow. C, fast. D, stopped. Actually, it's very easy. The answer is letter D, stop. So keep on answering on our chat box. Next, the words raid and invasion are synonyms. True or false? Okay, 5 counts. The answer is true. Let's have the last number. Which of the following pairs of words are homonyms? A, noisy, silent. B, hold, grasped. C, stock, stock. Ooh, and letter D, crypt and stock. What is your answer? Homonyms. The answer is, are you sure? Homo means one. What is the meaning of homonym? Tama ba ang keto correction natin? What is the meaning of homonyms? Balikan natin. Meron ba dito? Homo means one. Okay. One meaning. Tama ba? What meaning tuloy? Homonyms means, para sure tayo, let's check the record. Ayan. Sa number 9. Kasi ang hold and grasp ay para siyang more of synonyms. Tama ba? When you say homonyms, having the same spelling or pronunciation but different meaning and origins. So, similar, okay, spelling and pronunciation, stock and stock would be the best answer. So, naku, nagkamali ang animation ko. And I have to be sure. That's why I have to look on our definition first. So, the correct answer for that is letter C. So, it's just a typographical, or should we say, na mali ako nang lagay ng animation. The answer for number 9 is letter C. So, hopefully, class tinatandaan nyo yung mga sample types of tests natin, so I could incorporate that as well in your final exam. So, ganyan yung mga ipapatest ko sa inyo. Okay, so with that, that's the end of my discussion under semantics, and hopefully I could release another video for syntax and pragmatics. So with that, thank you so much and goodbye. Thank you for listening to our recorded discussion. Bye-bye.